Honestly, shut the F up. I watched part of the video, very small one, and she was just yapping about, I don't even know what she said after that.
Not like, dude, just yapping. Okay, what was the yap about? Like, bro, what the f-
You guys all clearly tend to not like my videos. That's just the message I'm getting. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys love me, but I'm just getting the message you don't really like me. There's this crazy option. It's called click not interested, and
what did I say earlier? Cause this is really what it be though. I never understand this with some heads, bro. Like if you truly not rocking with him, and this is why in the video yesterday with Hassan Jones, I had to call out the Hassan G boys. I'm telling you, especially like two of these bulls. Y'all been here for months, bro. Like you like watching the vids. Let's keep it a buckskis now. Well, my, isn't the tea just getting extra hot around this time, huh, hon? But y'all already know. First, the backstory. If you've seen the most recent vids we been covering about the influencer girly pop artist, Miss Melanie Martinez, it's been quite the storm. From, allegations from her ex-partner that she sexually assaulted her, to, buying clothes off the adult baby diaper at sea, some song lyrics in her songs being questionable, especially about the topics, about some very traumatic situations. It's been quite crazy. And most important of all, her fan base. They're quite toxic, and then we're gonna get more into that because you already know, like I said, we've been covering the vids by the love of babes. Miss CocoCrazy, you already know, sure to love. The girly pop is very talented, her videos are great, because apparently some of Miss Melanie Martinez's fan bases have been coming at the girly pop. This is bad works we got going on here, because the one thing I always say, we do not need to be spreading out no hate. If you got genuine criticisms, we'll list it. And boy, I'll tell you, do I have my criticisms for Miss Melanie Martinez. But yeah, we don't need to spread out no hate or no John, because that doesn't help a creator grow, or doesn't help like an artist grow, or none of that type of jazz. And we're dealing with that because apparently, like I said, Miss Melanie Martinez, her fan base that we know is quite a bit toxic, is coming after CocoCrazy, like I was saying. So we gonna hop right into that, boy. Trilly ain't gonna yap you to death. You know what I guess, because y'all seen a video title. It's already long enough. Trilly talks everything. Trilly does indeed yap everything every time. Let's get right into it. You already know, like I said, shout out to Love a Babe. She's cooking. Miss CocoCrazy. We get Miss Melanie Martinez fans are really mad at me. You already know. Talking about Miss CocoCrazy. If you want to watch the OG vid, down in the description, first link, share the love. You already know how we get down. And let's see what's going on. Heads is getting too spicy out here. Not on my watch.
So I was minding my own business yesterday, scrolling through Twitter, and all of a sudden I came across this. And I
repeat game.
Business yesterday, scrolling through Twitter, and all of a sudden I came across this.
The disgusting new Melanie Martinez situation. CocoCrazy. Shoo! Sheesh! 116k views, 14. Wowzers.
And I wasn't that surprised at first because I expected it from this type of fandom, but then I noticed 10 more posts about—
Yeah, now they in my comments too. I'm feeling it. Her last video about Melanie was 3 days ago. She made another one, and again, with editing her blonde
out my video, and all of a sudden I realized that Mel's community had found me and they were, let's just say, not happy. Bro, I liked that channel, what the F?
So you can't like the channel anymore because they criticized like an artist you like? It makes no sense.
It turns out I've been the topic of discussion for this Twitter community. These Twitter warriors have been discussing my video over the past few days, and I haven't noticed till now. And they have some crazy stuff to say. It's honestly they're living up to their reputation right now of being one of the worst fandoms ever, because we put the video to take it.
Also, report the video. It will get taken down. Okay, why are we reporting it? Like, is she spreading some false misinformation or some, John? Literally, funny enough, I know y'all not watching because she said explicitly in both videos she made, first of all, that she's not expressing her opinion in no crazy way. So, what do you need to take this boy down for? What are we doing? I ain't gonna lie, what you need to be doing is questioning the actions of your favorite artist. I ain't gonna hold you, but I'ma slide back.
down. Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna slide back.
Yeah,
It's cool.
so it's just really, really toxic. And I'm gonna give a quick warning. If you don't like certain slurs that are often used towards women, you don't like hearing those, this may not be the video for you.
You shouldn't be using those. I already say all the time, you should not be calling none of the lover babes no Crazy Jones. I know I say all the time. Some exceptions, I know some of the girly pops we cover. Should be not called. You should never be calling them no bitches. None of these other Jones, bro. Like that Jones fucked up. Share the love with the babes. You feel me? It's always love for y'all, hun. No cap, but yeah, nah. It's not gonna fly by me, but I will tell them they crazy.
They use a lot of words to describe, let's just say, my audience and me when they're going through this like tantrum. Also fail miserably at criticizing my video and actually accidentally criticize Melanie in the end. They are accidentally calling her
Wait, she's too ugly to the point she has to be edited?
ugly and saying she fell off, but we're gonna be getting into
Hold on, let me
criticize Melanie in the end. They are accidentally calling her ugly and saying
now 116k views in 14 hours, more than Spiderweb and the like, bro, what do you mean? Yo, 116k. I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to get 116. Yo, I only got that many views one time, bro. Like, bro, I'm not gonna hold you. But y'all already know, you don't care about college. But yeah, I don't know. What are we trying to say? 116k is bad? Because I'm going to tell you right now, that's pretty good.
she fell off, but we're going to be getting into that soon. It's a disaster, to be honest. No wonder her fandom is slowly decreasing in size because overall they just can't get their priorities straight. So with that, let's get into this video. But firstly, I have a very quick announcement. Reminder that conditions are getting worse and worse in Palestine by the day, and you can help change the lives of a father and 2 daughters by simply donating to the link in the description. Or if you can't donate, spread it to friends or family. You can contribute 10 times more than any of these Twitter losers could do in their entire lives. And that's just simply by donating $5 or less, $5 or more, or
shoot, you could just do that by not being on that cesspool of an app Twitter.
spreading the word to friends and family, or posting it on social media. Remember, you can change lives, so I beg you to consider by the end of this video. If you enjoy this video, make sure to consider. So after coming across the first tweet about me, I was like, great, let's see the comments, let's see what they have to say. And one of these comments just like kind of made me realize that maybe I'm not dealing with the brightest bulbs. But before we do, I want to remind you guys that this community has recently been banned, and if you know anything about Twitter, that is like a horrible achievement.
That's what I'm saying, like, bro, getting banned on Twitter means like, yo, you're just heinous, bro. You're just heinous as shit, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Oh my god. Oh, this should be a good laugh. I ain't gonna hold you,
because there are literal Nazis on Twitter that will never be banned. So if you get banned on Twitter like right now in 2025, you have to do some insanely illegal
This is
stuff.
what I'm saying,
so
bro.
I click on the post.
On Elon's app? Nah, bro, you gotta be really out here doing some shit.
And I'm like, oh, great. And I go to the comments, and here's one of the top comments. Coco should focus on her grades because we know she's desperate for views.
I ain't gonna cap to you, yo. She's desperate for views, and she's getting them views. That's tough.
Girl, it's summer.
So I'm not gonna hold you. Yo, it's June. Yo, I can't, bro. I can't, bro.
Let's ban her or something.
Why? For what purpose, bro? You're banning her again because she's criticizing your favorite artist, who, mind you, has done shit that can be criticized. Let's keep it a whole stack 'em.
What do you mean by I'm not in your community? I don't know what. Were you on something when you typed this out? Can I get a job and worry about horrible things going on instead of an allegation? Okay.
Can't wait.
Type this out. Can I get a job?
Can it? I ain't gonna lie. The love of babes. First of all, she's a person. Second to that, yeah, her, by the way. Third to that, I ain't gonna lie again. 200, almost basically 300,000 subscribers, bro. This video in a day almost has 70,000. I'm cool. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't think she need to get a job. Most definitely don't need to put the fries in the bag.
Job and worry about horrible things going on instead of an allegation. Okay, first of all, this tells me you didn't watch the video at all, which is a usual problem with people that hate me. I spent 2% of the video actually talking about the RAPE allegation, and I went more on the topic of how toxic her fan base is and her overpriced items. So you clearly didn't.
Oh my god, that $275 perfume. Yeah, I'm still not putting that joint on the nightstand. Oh my god.
watched the video at all, and you're just proving my entire point, right? That her fandom just attacks anyone. Half the time taking things completely out of context, half the time attacking people that aren't even attacking her. Just anyone who says Melanie's name in a wrong way is attacked, and you're literally just proving my point, right? Because this video was literally neutral.
It's only perceived in a wrong way to heads that are like super glazers of her, because again, every person can be subject to criticism. I say this all the time, especially if you're going to become a content creator or a public figure. The first thing you should always know is that, yo, not every motherfucker is gonna like you. Like, that's just what it is. Not every single person that comes across your content or whatever you put out is gonna like you. You're gonna have people that hate you. Like, that's tough. You shouldn't spread out hate, but yo, that joint's still gonna end up hitting you. Yo, but this is not even hate. Again, the stuff she's done, Big Melanie, that girly wop, yeah, this stuff can be criticized. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, in my personal opinion, in Charlie's personal opinion, yeah, some of this shit is heinous. And they're definitely questionable. Again, like some of the song lyrics, and definitely that Etsy Joe. Like, why is she buying John off the adult baby diaper lover Etsy? Like, we can't question that. Like, yo, I need to ask questions about that. I'm sorry.
I said I wasn't going to give my opinion on the allegations. I was just talking about them and why she's become more hated. But since you're incapable of doing that, I guess nothing can help you. I mean, your account is literally standing Melanie, so I don't know if I can help in life at all. Not 116K in 14 hours, more than Spiderweb music video views. Well, I guess that wasn't really an insult. They're just saying my video performed better at the moment than Melanie's own video, which I don't know why a Stan account is tweeting that, but hey, I appreciate it. One comment not attacking me, I appreciate it, I guess. Shout out to whoever this is. Thank you for not being an absolute jerk, I guess. And then, of course, once again, we have the report the video, proving my point again that if anyone dares to even talk about Melanie in a bad way, Fanbase will jump on them. And they try desperately to...
Coco should just give up editing. Also, the comments are PMO. Fuck? Am I stupid? PMO? I swear, last time I checked, PMO means putting me on, but maybe I'll peep game.
Insult me, and I'm sure if I show my face, they would go for that, but there wasn't really much to go for, so they decided to say I suck at editing, which is like, oh no, my editing is bad. No one's ever said that to me. Do they not realize that I have almost 300,000 subscribers? That is a lot of criticism I've got over the years. Like, I get those comments all the time. I could care less. Like, cool, you don't like my editing? There's a million other channels you can watch. Cool.
Bruh, this is especially what I be saying all the time, especially like heads that do like, you know, reaction commentary schlop. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. A lot of heads be covering like a good amount of the same topics. And especially with reactions, like, yo, if you trying to go see the situation or whatever yourself, yo, links is in description. Or like CocoCrazy just said, yo, somebody else covering it. Go watch that. Like, it's super stand. I keep saying this all the time. Like, yo, it's always love for the audience. Say that all the time too. Better. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out y'all. But yeah, like if you think I'm annoying as hell, be fucking around with the soundboard too much, or all that type of jazz, I'm not forcing you to watch. No, I am not. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I always say, that not interested button on YouTube, that boy is free. You can click that whenever you want. I'll tell you right now. Whenever Assange's like original content or whatever comes up, oh boy, I'm quick to press that boy. So. Any content creator or content you're not feeling, that's what it is. Stamped!
I really don't care. And then they compared me to another dude who makes thumbnails, and he actually makes very good thumbnails. Like, his thumbnails are solid. I've always tried to, like, make things similar to him. So by comparing my editing to his, like, my thumbnail style, that's literally a compliment. Like, his editing is really, really good. So I guess thanks. But it just keeps getting better. They accidentally call Melanie ugly. Reminder, all I did was make her face, like, more high quality by, like, increasing the sharpness and giving her lighter hair. I didn't edit anything else. And they're like, she has to be edited. She's so ugly. They were like... They didn't even know that they were insulting her. A ton of comments were saying she's so ugly. She has to be edited.
Bro, who is this? Mel's not even blonde. I never seen her blonde in a wig.
The editing is so bad. No, all I did was give her blonde hair. You guys are insulting her literal appearance. And in my opinion, Melanie isn't even ugly. Like, aside from all the allegations and stuff, like, I legitimately find her, I think she's pretty. Like, I don't have anything against her looks. You guys are being meaner than I was in my entire 2 videos.
That's the same John I be seeing all the time, especially about these influencer girly pops. Like, yo, literally all of them, most of them are like drop dead gorgeous. Like, a lot of them are pretty as hell. Like, I would be saying, this is the main John I was saying about Lala Sadi. I'm like, yo, Miss Sadi, Miss Lala Sadi, why are you being a skinwalker? Girly pop, you're beautiful. We do not need to be faking dramas in John like this, bro. I never understand it. But in the factor of Speaking on terms of, you know, saying Miss Melanie Martinez. Yeah, no, that girly pop again. We just need to talk about, again, these actions that she's allegedly in some of these, and/or some of these not allegedly, blatant. We need to question some of these. Very much so. Sant.
And you guys are stan accounts. And for some reason, I expected the focus to be on the topics I went over. No, it was so obvious no one even bothered to watch more than 2 seconds of the video. But for some reason, all the screenshots show 50 seconds ago, 40 minutes ago. So it's clear that either they're all stalking my account or they're subbed. I'm guessing they're probably subbed, so I guess thanks, guys. And going off of what I just said, they don't focus on anything discussed in the video because they would have seen for 2 seconds if they'd watched it for literally 30 seconds that I literally didn't accuse Melanie of anything. I just went.
She literally said, again, in both videos, she's not giving her own personal opinion. Y'all not watching shit.
Over things people were saying. And then I talk about her fan base and their reputation and how that's probably just a few toxic people. And they didn't watch any of it, so they just proved my point right. And the main thing they all focus on
but
is
not we gotta remember, we're in the TikTok era, we're in the short form era. Heads can't watch nothing past 15 seconds. And I be doing this all the time in the vids too, for instance, testing them right now, but we kind of shorten the vid. I feel like heads watched up to this point, but we gonna get them, you know what I'm saying? Timestamp right now if you are watching or watched up to this point. Timestamp Slippy every time. We not gonna see him, no, not past 15 seconds. Or am I wrong?
the fact that I made Melanie's hair blonde.
Why are they making her? Why are they making her blonde though? What? Why is she blonde? All that for 10 cents. 10 cents. I'm gonna tell you right now. Again, everyone knows Trilly's jalooper be getting wet over the YouTube analytics. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack. Love gushing over those. Yeah, Coco's crazy, not just making 10 cents. And call that glaze. But I'm going to tell you that it's fact. She's not just making 10 cents.
Try harder. I don't know why they were so mad about that, but they kept on complaining nonstop how I made Melanie look ugly. And reminder, once.
Because that's the only thing they could have a genuine criticism for. Because everything else that you put in the video, son, was fine. Was completely fine. They can't find anything to have a genuine criticism on, at least for her, you know what I'm saying, CocoCrazy's video. So yeah, let's criticize, Melanie's hair being blonde. What are we doing?
Once again, I didn't edit her at all. All I did was add her blonde hair. Sadly, it gets 116,000 whores watching it in just after 14 hours. And
well, that's quite the spicy word. I don't know if every single girly pop watching her vid is you know what I'm saying, one of those, you know what I mean? Or better yet, Trilly could say the words, because I ain't saying it, like I said earlier. Don't be saying this not about the Deliver Babes. Yeah, bruh, most definitely not every girly pop that's watching CocoCrazy videos or. And I'm going to tell you for sure that that's not the case, because I ain't no whore. What? And I'm watching, so chill out on yourself.
A bunch of them were complaining about how they watched the first few minutes and they got bored immediately and stuff. So that's kind of, are you
just proved the point I was saying earlier? Can't watch past 15 seconds.
Calling your own fan base whores? Because most people watching the video have probably heard of Melanie, meaning some people watching it are likely Melanie fans. So that's kind of pathetic, and I don't know how that was supposed to be an insult. You're literally just insulting yourself and other people. And then once again, we have Can It Get a Job? And I've said this before, but I'm guessing a lot of these people, some of them seem to be subbed, but I'm guessing a ton of them aren't a huge fan of me. I've said before that I do in fact have a job. Unlike I'm guessing these people, I actually...
Never mind. Yo, Miss Coco's crazy. She got to double it. I ain't gonna hold you 2 times. YouTube and a job. Shout out to Girly Pop. She putting that work in. I ain't gonna lie. With the views she got, shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, Trilly's unemployed in the basement currently. I would definitely be unemployed.
Actually do have a summer job that I work. A channel is just simply a hobby. I don't know why people assume because I have a channel I don't have a job. I literally have a summer job that I work at. And I'm just gonna put it this way. I made a lot more on those 2 videos than any of these accounts are ever gonna make talking about their celebrity. And finally there was someone
that's what I was saying.
With half a brain. Watch this. Most YouTubers put that title for views. The YouTube
it's literally yo, this is the thing I'm saying with people that be like, yo, you're milking this, yada yada, this, that, and the third. Yo, I'm sorry, yo. If somebody else not gonna clickbait this boy, if you're not gonna clickbait this boy, somebody else is. We live in a clickbait era. You don't have to lie. You do not have to straight up lie. I get it. Some heads be clickbaiting, like, and then clickbait just be straight up misinformation, straight lying, bruh. You know what I'm saying? But yo, we live in a clickbait era. If you don't clickbait your channel a little bit, niggas are not clicking on your video. The most important thing for YouTube, another thing for content creators you want to get in, is title and thumbnail. Honestly, most of the time your videos don't even fucking matter. Now, if your video's good, duh, it should be good. Good. Yeah. Not from Chili, you know, Chili the slop tuber. The videos aren't good. But anyway, like, yo, title and thumbnail is the most important, John, because what's the first thing people are gonna see when you make content, especially on YouTube? Your title, your thumbnail. So you want both of those things to be very engaging. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my god, these heads. Whatever. I'm not going to sit here and be ranting about this, bro. Because no matter what you say, again, this is just like with the Hassan Glazers. If some heads are like so fixated on this person or topic or whatever, you know they're just not, like, no matter what you say, they're not changing their mind. So
YouTuber actually believes in both perspectives, so it's okay, there's no need to start a mob. And then the person replies, we aren't actually talking about what the video contains. We're talking about the thumbnail being edited pictures of Melanie.
And why does that matter? Okay, say her hair color and then John is her natural hair color. What now? You have nothing to criticize. You're wasting your time.
I don't understand. Like, can someone explain to me why making your hair lighter is such a crime?
So,
like, seriously,
it's so
what is wrong with editing?
Like, it's just wasting time.
What is wrong with that?
God, bro.
Like, don't you think the more important thing is discussing the actual video instead of whining about the blonde hair?
But they didn't watch the video.
So mad about this. He probably thinks he's saved himself from being sued by her team by photoshopping her hair.
She, by the way.
So her face isn't right there? Not if I sue you for calling me a he first. Milking the HIT out of literal allegations is so crazy. Again, didn't watch the video. 2% of the video was talking about that. The majority was focusing on the fandom. And since the first thing you think of when someone mentions controversy is the RAPE allegations, then why are you supporting this person? This is kind of self-report.
That's actually a grand point, because this is that's bringing that shit up. Don't you want to not bring that up? Because, yo, why would you want, like, these things sticking to your favorite artist? Like,
relevant. So let's try something.
Wait, which?
Supporting this person. This is kind of self-report. Let
me see. This is fake news. Is going to be 11 years old, and no one who is a fan of Melanie can stand anymore. I hope Melanie sues and gets a lot of money from this. I know she wouldn't do it, but I hope she does.
Irrelevant. So let's try something. 15 followers saying I'm irrelevant, especially when you're
not even that back.
Well, let's try something. 15 followers saying
15 followers is the Melanie Stan account. Once more, and the first Jones you put up is I'm a hoe. Embarrassing. Yeah, nah, this gotta be the craziest self-report. I'm not even gonna lie to you, yo. You're glazing up. You're glazing up, gang. I don't know if we should be talking about Miss CocoCrazy right now.
I'm irrelevant, especially when your own fandom is talking about how Melanie got apparently less views on her music video when it was released than my random commentary video. Oh, I think irrelevant isn't really the best argument to make, but, you know, you do you. And then I got a lot of comments saying they watched me and they're really disappointed in me. And again,
okay, like, you can't watch Coco. Like, see, this is the thing that's so crazy. Like, yo, this is how you know heads are glazing people up, because I say it all the time. Literally, like, yo, you shouldn't idolize, like, your favorite artist, creator, influencer, whoever, and all that type of jazz, because you never gonna be them. You never is. And it's so funny, self-report from this account. Like, yo, stan account, parody account, or whatever. Like, yo, directly a fan page of Melanie Martinez. Like, yo, these heads, see what they did. See their accolades, successes, accomplishments. Yo, C.J. Jones. And innovate and be creative off them Johns yourself, bro. I can't. It is so annoying to see the jazz, because, like, yo, heads will go to the maximum lengths too. Like I was saying earlier, the Hassan Glazers do this too. Like, you could never admit that these heads are wrong. You can never look at the, like, your favorite influencer, favorite creator, favorite artist, or whatever, objective. Yo, you can never do it. They never will criticize him ever. Crazy works. Insane works.
And it just proves you didn't watch the video, because the video wasn't actually, like, attacking Melanie. I definitely could have given my opinion, but let's just say I didn't, because I wanted to hear all perspectives and have a discussion in the comments. And yes, all the comments, top comments, were against Melanie. I can't control the comments, and that's that. People made up their minds. They're allowed to make up their own decisions. So, I mean, I guess you guys can cry more. Thank goodness this community only has 13,000 members. Thank goodness her fandom seems to be slowly decreasing, because if this was like 1 million people, 1 million members, let's just say I would be getting some not so nice DMs. Let's just put it that way. And then someone thought they were Sigma, taking a screenshot of them disliking my video. Oh no, what will I ever do?
Son, that shit crying, bro. And it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, unless you got the dislike extension, it doesn't show. And wait, what were we talking about the whole time? Especially with the, you know what I'm saying, whole John going on with Soy Dubs, Ethan, and Hassan. The dislike extension is bullshit. Like, the fuck was that shit gonna do?
And here is someone with different photos they kindly actually gave to me or offered to me because they thought the photo I used of Melanie was ugly. Again, more insulting to Melanie. That comment, the comments they were making, calling her ugly and saying I must have photoshopped her horribly, when again, I just literally used the photo of her and dyed her hair blonde, just shows how toxic they actually are. They're so toxic, they don't even know when they're being toxic to their own, like, goddess. It's actually insane to me. But thanks for giving me those photos. They actually did have one high-quality one that I ended up using in my thumbnail. So thank you. I couldn't find that photo before when I was looking, so I guess thanks. Again, instead of actually refuting any of my points, arguing against any of the things I brought up or any of that, all they do is focus on how ugly Melanie looks in the thumbnail, or they decide to insult the donation thing I have going on. This one person who's a Melanie stan, and I noticed a lot of them have Palestinian flags because Melanie openly supports Palestine, good for her, but then they proceed to insult the person I'm trying to raise donations for, who I mentioned earlier.
Yo, the hypocrisy. It speaks volumes.
In this video by saying donate, nobody would. And it's blatantly obvious who this donation is going to, a Palestinian family who are victims of this. So it's crazy to me that you are too dumb to realize that, and you're literally insulting a victim of a like, what
again, we gotta remember, these is Twitter bulls, though. Like, I'm not expecting a Twitter bull to be Einstein.
is that supposed to achieve? Instead of attacking me, they literally just attack a victim. Like, okay, that is a new level of lowness. And when I released another video, they weren't happy again, saying I made her hair blonde again. And I guess they just must be colorblind, because am I the only one that sees gray, or am I going crazy? Just so hilarious.
I think that her hair being whatever color is fucking irrelevant. I am more focused on the factor that these heads have nothing about the actual video to criticize, and they're fucking sitting here criticizing the thumbnail. Is this not bullshit? Like, what are we sitting here doing? Again, your favorite artist got some wild looking allegations right now, and heads are focusing on what color her hair is in a commentary, you know what I'm saying? You know, I won't say slop. I'll call my shit slop. I won't call nobody else John slop. Heads out here putting out good videos, especially Miss CocoCrazy. But like in commentary, you know what I'm saying, videos, you're worried about the color of her hair in a thumbnail, in a commentary thumbnail. You need to question your favorite artist. I ain't gonna lie.
To me, because literally my entire last video was discussing how toxic the fandom was, and I kept on saying things like, oh, well, it's probably just a few toxic people and stuff. Like, and none of these people watched the video, because if they watched 2 seconds, they would have seen that that was what the video was about, was how they attack people who literally just talk about Melanie. Like, they don't even have to say something against her. Anyone who dares say her name in a wrong way is attacked, and they literally just proved me right, because the title is completely unbiased. It's just saying the disgusting Melanie situation. I've used that title for other people too. Like Brooke Monk, completely a video supporting Brooke Monk was called The Disgusting Brooke Monk Situation. So
watch that.
That's a completely unbiased title. The thumbnail wasn't even like bad. All I did was make her hair lighter, and yet they threw a tantrum about it, which is literally proving the exact point of my video. Like, look at this tweet. Again, it's not blonde, it's gray. And second of all, it's 50 seconds ago, so you must be subbed to me, or you're just so obsessed that you have been stalking my account. And I did a little bit more digging on this community. Because
said I ain't gonna lie, bruh. You know what they say, bro? Keep your friends close, but keep, like, your enemies closer or something, John. I'm not gonna lie, the enemies is real close. Actually, the enemies look like fans. It's crazy works we got going on here. Nah. Yo, that shit got me crying, bro.
Because I didn't know they exist until I randomly got suggested my own video being roasted on Twitter, which I knew this day would come because it happens to most commentary channels at some point, but I should have seen it coming by Melanie fans, and it's only a matter of time before they find me on their Reddit too, but I mean, whatever, that's that.
Oh,
they all
boy. Until you start popping up in the snarks, oh man. I remember when I first seen when I got posted in the H3 snark. in Leftovers H3, I was like, oh, nah. So these niggas are mad. Okay, I feel it.
Like 15. I hope they're not over 15 because most of these people they seem very, very immature because they don't know how to actually respond to genuine criticism. But let me tell you, they're living up to their reputation. This girl has an account with this name. No, Timothy Heller noticed times 12 she blocked me. This account has literally dedicated its entire existence. This person has dedicated their entire online presence to harassing someone who's come out with a statement about being essayed. And they have bragged about...
Yeah, which is weird as fuck. Like, we obviously all know that. Like, yo, why even do that? Like, again, the situation is all allegations. We preface that. Obviously, we need more, like, substantial proof and, like, more things that come out about it to, like, really see what happened within regards to it. But even still, to the factor not knowing if it did happen or didn't happen, like, yo, why even joke about the situation now? Or why make like a parody account about this shit? Like, yo, some of these heads, they not realizing shit.
Harassing her enough that they have been blocked. That just shows the state of sanity in this community. You are bragging about harassing a possible SA victim until they blocked you. Times 12? Are you kidding me? Like, this is next level pathetic. And these are the same people saying, I have no life? Are you kidding me? I don't dedicate my entire existence to harassing an SA victim, a possible SA victim, that is. And this cesspool of a toxic community dedicates 90% of its time and tweets, mostly, to just harassing this possible SA victim, Timothy. They literally just make videos insulting her, finding old TikToks that she may find embarrassing of her singing, just harassing her nonstop, which is insane to me. Like, how pathetic are you? You don't know for sure if she lied or if she didn't. So
exactly what I was coming up saying. Like, you don't know if this situation did or didn't happen, so why even joke about it? Like, it's scummy, slimy. It's weird. Let's not do that.
Well, imagine she didn't lie. You are literally harassing an SA victim. You harassed her off the internet and you're harassing her again. Like, how hard is it to have a decent amount of respect? I don't care how much you stand someone. This is just so disgusting and inappropriate. And of course, the few people
like, you shouldn't be glazing on that level again. Like I've come up saying, if you have a favorite, like, idol celebrity, somebody, like, just a favorite person or someone whose media you consume, like, yo, you should be able to separate. Yo, if they're doing something bad or something is potentially going wrong that can be criticized, like, yo, it's allowed to be criticized. You can't just infinitely glaze or just put on your blockers, man. Put on your rose-tinted glasses every time something that's a little bit questionable comes up.
That actually ended up claiming they watched my video were too stupid to interpret it correctly. They claim that I claim that Melanie is misogynistic. No. I claim that some people have said she's misogynistic, and I say I don't know if I fully agree with that. But of course, you're too unintelligent to understand basic English and basic reading comprehension, so you just go with like the most drastic measure. I just can't believe people like this exist. Like, people this pathetic that spend all their time harassing and dedicating their entire online presence and reputation to just harassing a possible SA victim and just harassing anyone who dare mentions Melanie's name. And I know since they've been stalking my account ever since I posted the Melanie video, they're definitely going to be talking about this video a lot.
Oh, you already know. They watching this boy fuming. What? She's still talking about Melanie? Oh my God.
If you guys actually end up watching it to this length, I'm telling you right now, you guys seriously need to get a life. You are harassing a possible SA victim. You don't have the comprehension to understand basic things, and you're just too dumb.
Yo, eat them up then, CocoCrazy. Eat them up then.
To even have a purpose on the internet.
Oh,
so please,
never.
Respectfully, just get a job, and please, please, please get a life.
Fries in the
bag?
bag?
Here someone says, the blonde hair, it's getting weird. I'm the weird one for making someone's hair lighter because it fits the background better, but you guys aren't the weird ones for endlessly harassing, stalking, terrorizing, and boxing and bullying a possible SA victim off the internet. Nope, I'm the weird one for editing someone's hair, which literally almost every commentary channel edits people to an extent. It's not like I made her look completely different.
Literally make thumbnails myself, and yeah, bro, you may put like, some certain little tweaks on John's to make it to make it look like aesthetically more pleasing, same for the thumbnail.
Her face is exactly the same. I think you guys can get over it. I still can't get over the fact that they kept on saying there's no way she's unedited. She's so ugly in this photo. It's legitimately, like, that's the photo of her. Like, you guys called your queen ugly. I can't believe that. Like, you guys continue to make, like, 20 posts a day about me, yet you guys are the ones that have been 10 times more cruel than I could ever be to Melanie in a matter of a few comments. Again, there were, like, 20 posts about my new video, and all of them were saying and complaining that I made her blonde. It's gray. You guys are colorblind. And by the way, why are you devoting half of your life to someone that doesn't know you exist?
I keep saying, she don't know you, lil' bruh. She don't know you. Yo, you're down in the trenches. In the trenches for real. I'm not gonna hold you. For somebody that's never gonna acknowledge you, it makes no sense, bruh. Yo, just enjoy their media, yo. Just and even if you like their personality, whatever, just enjoy that. But yo, at the end of the day, realize every person is flawed. Every human is human. Like, yo, people can do things that are wrong and can be criticized. What are we talking about?
You do realize that your life could end tomorrow and Melanie would go on and not even notice or care because your existence doesn't matter to her. Like, it's like you're worshiping this invisible god. Like, she doesn't know you exist and she definitely doesn't care about you. So, I mean, have fun devoting your entire life and ruining other people's lives over someone that doesn't know you exist. I watched the video and it was literally a bunch of nothing stuff we already know. Well, I'm glad you think that SA allegations, DOXing allegations, misogyny allegations, and S-utilizing children allegations.
I'm about to say word because of the whole like coloring book, John. Again, the fits of the adult baby diaper lover, John. Like, bro, come on.
Perfectly fine too. Like, I'm glad that's not a big deal. I think that tells me all I need to know about you guys. I'm disappointed in Coco for this. Well, at least this one acknowledges that they know who I am and they're disappointed. Like, this one definitely isn't the worst comment. If you don't agree with my points I made, I guess that's fair. I guess this is like the least bad of all the comments, probably. Honestly, shut the F up. I watched part of the video, a very small one, and she was just yapping about, I don't even know what she said after that.
Like, dude, just yapping. Okay, what was the yap about? Like, bro, what the fuck?
You guys all clearly tend to not like my videos. That's just the message I'm getting. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys love me, but I'm just getting the message you don't really like me. There's this crazy option. It's called click not interested. And
what did I say earlier? Cause this is really what it be though. I never understand this with some heads, bro. Like, if you truly not rocking with him, and this is why in the video yesterday with Hassan Jones, I had to call out the Hassan G boys. I'm telling you, especially like two of these bulls. Y'all been here for months, bro. Like, you like watching the vids. Let's keep it a buckskis though. Like, you really do. Cause you got, and like, bro, I totally understand the concept of hate watching. Because in a factor, in a degree, I'm hate watching Hassan dumbass. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Yeah, that'd be. But like, yeah, nah, somebody says like, yo, you're really watching, like, you generally enjoy this at least to some degree, because yo, to a fault, if you generally like hate this genre, hate the content you consume and cannot stand it, you're doing your best to avoid it as much as possible. Which means, like Miss CocoCrazy was saying, like I said earlier too, you're hating, not interested. Some of y'all heads just gotta realize, yo, you're just mad because this content creator isn't fully going with your same ideologies. They disagree with you, but you still want to consume the content. Let's keep it a buck. Like, yo, I'm trying to tell you, and that joint's fine. Again, like, yo, this is a whole another thing too. Like, when the one person on Twitter that CocoCrazy was showing, I was talking about her, like, yo, I'm so disappointed in CocoCrazy for this. Like, yo, it's just a vid. It's just a vid. Yo, heads is still human. Like, these YouTubers, content creators are still human at the end of the day. Like, yo, you can disagree with them. Like, you don't have to agree on everything. Like, you can still like them overall, like, in a general sense, and still disagree with them about certain, like, situations or certain people and all this type of jazz. What? Yo, like, basing your whole ideology on a person because of, like, one disagreement or your disagreement on one thing is so stupid. That's why, like, yo, I hate in society now that, like, everyone, like, yo, not everyone, clearly, but a lot of people now are strictly basing, like, the people they're gonna be around, be friends with, and all this type of jazz just off of their political ideology. I cannot stand that shit. It's so fucking stupid. Had to be like, yo, if you like this certain person in politics, I don't know, we can't be friends. If you like this person, we can't. I'm like, bro, this shit is fucking ridiculous, bro. Like, whatever happened to chilling? Whatever happened to just, like, enjoying the heads you enjoy, bro? And that's even what I'm saying for Melanie Martinez. I was saying this, John, in the other vids. Like, yo, if you really like her music or whatever, yo, you're free to enjoy that, John. At the end of the day, everything, most things, at the very least, are subjective, bro. Like, that's just what it is. But, yo, realize that heads can be criticized, and you can disagree with heads and not have to overall hate them. That's stand. That is truly sad.
I won't be recommended to you anymore. Like, it's this crazy option. Or you can just do this crazy thing called not click on the video. I know, it's insane. But if you really don't like my yapping, just a suggestion, you can not watch the video. Like, I don't think I'll die of sadness if 10 of you fans left over from this fandom don't watch my video. Coco always has something to say. I have an insane reply to that. I'm a commentary channel and I make videos about in case you haven't noticed.
I just thought about that. I'm like, yeah, like one of the commentary channels makes vids. Yeah, I would hope they have something to say.
In the last history of YouTube, commentary channels usually talk about topics. That's kind of the whole point of
last time I checked, commentary channels usually just, put the video on the screen and then, put their little cam in the corner and just have the chair say stuff. Those are my commentary, or better yet, those are my political commentary. Or what the hell? I can't even make this joke because what the fuck bullshit does Hassan be saying? Political commentator? Yeah, those are what my commentators do. I'll never fail to get my fucking Hassan subs off.
Channel is to talk about things. If you want, I can just start making silent videos and not talk about anything, just have a blank screen. I really don't know what you want here. Yep, and every other 2 posts is them harassing Timothy because, it's a completely normal thing to do, harass an possible essay victim off the internet, but the weird one is the one that dares to make a video discussing different criticisms people have on your favorite artist. Yeah, I'm the insane one here in this situation. And I still can't get over this comment because, once again, it just literally proves my point. My video was half about how her stuff is overpriced and people don't like that, and half of it was about her fan base. And I focused on how they bully people off the internet.
Which, funny enough, is 2 things that are absolute that can be criticized, because unlike, saying the whole situation with Melanie and Timothy, we do, because I ain't gonna lie to you, $275 for the perfume, hun, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. Not $275. Sheesh.
Or they attempt.
And then we already know about the fan base again. We'll be seeing. Actually, better yet, that's a good question. I'm looking down. That's a good question. Because CocoCrazy was just saying it earlier. If heads even made it that far into the jump, because as we're seeing, doesn't seem like the attention spans are too high. But if you are one of Melanie's Glazers and you made it to this point, hey, shout out to you for watching. I ain't gonna lie, I still do appreciate it. But yeah. Y'all need to work on this, John. Y'all not giving Melanie too good PR. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack with you. It ain't looking too good.
They've bullied 3 people off the internet. They send threats to people. They tell them to what. It's just insane for doing literally nothing. So I dare make a video of criticisms towards an artist that doesn't know of your pathetic existence. And do you want to kind of try your best to get rid of my channel and get rid of any evidence? It's just the hypocrisy is just insane to me. It's just, how do these people exist in real life? These have to be bots. This community is supposed to be a safe place for Melanie fans. You guys are ruining it. Well, I'm glad it's a safe place for Melanie fans, because it sure isn't a safe place for anyone who criticizes.
I'm like, okay, so we're in an echo chamber. Okay, that's lovely. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously not. And even to that factor, it's there's communities and spaces where there's fan bases and different genres like that where people that share in the same interest could do this genre. Whole bunch of different places that have boards and forums. Don't go on 4chan. Don't go on 4chan. Anyway, sidebarring that, there's nothing wrong with having that, but the problem is, the echo chamber being built. If you say anything to criticize Miss Melanie Martinez within these Johns, you're exiled, you're kicked out, or heads are now harassing you. That's definitive echo chamber. This is the same Johns that happens within, again, Hassan's audience. Not to keep bringing his dumb ass up, but this is obviously something that's bad. Should not be happening. Very bad optics. Not good. Truly.
Her. You guys love to do the absolute worst possible things to anyone who dare criticizes her. So I'm glad you guys care about the safety of yourselves, because you sure don't value the safety of anyone else. I guess someone's just below being a human the second they dare make a video that you don't like about Melanie Martinez, or they dare say they've been a victim of something bad because of her. Why do you guys care about the safety of yourselves but absolutely nobody else? And then we have the person that harassed
Yeah, because the only person that matters to them would be Miss Melanie Martinez. That's what happens when you're a glazer.
Timothy, making fun of Melanie and saying, oh, by the way, a lot of people said that my second thumbnail made Melanie look like a grandma, which is so funny to me because all I did was make her hair slightly lighter. She literally had that same exact hairstyle. So once again, you're just insulting your own queen's appearance.
I was about to say, like, again, this is just stuff like, what is, yo, nah, again, if the Melanie Glazers are watching, what is pointing out how she looks in Coco's Crazy thumbnail supposed to do? Is she, do y'all want her to change the thumbnail? What is that gonna do? The criticisms, which again, Coco's Crazy was literally saying she was barely giving her opinions on these. She was just talking about the Fanbase. Most like you know what I'm saying? For the most part. You know, type of jazz. Like, what is that gonna do? Y'all not even focusing on what's in the vid. Cause on the thumbnail. Say the thumbnail's a black screen. Now what? Is the vid not a problem? Or the vid's not a problem? Yo, I need to start using more words like than just criticizing a literal picture. Like, y'all need to elaborate on the content within the video. Like, what are we talking about here? We're doing non-factor criticisms. It's boring. I'm like, yo, Rachel Zegler, dumbass. Weird.
So I don't know what that was supposed to achieve. They all desperately tried to find insults for me too. And other than saying my editing is bad, which like boo-hoo, I'll survive. They also went for my voice, which people always say my voice is weird and too deep and stuff. You guys love to be inclusive and pretend like you care about people until once again it's someone that criticizes Melanie, which is so funny to me. The other video was so dumb.
Yeah, it's just fucking pathetic.
My friend watched it with me. She isn't even a diehard fan. She knows K-12 and Crybaby, but she defended male cancel culture as dumb. Yeah, cancel culture. RAPE allegations, so dumb. Lies children allegations, so dumb. Yeah, I can't.
Yo, again, the allegation's not funny, but it's just the level of intelligence coming from some of these heads. And again, Trilly's not the orbiter, and I tell y'all all the time in like every vid, so I guess we're gonna get it off right now. Trilly's a dumbass. Trilly is not the arbiter of smarts, trust me. Einstein isn't in the room. But like, yo, what are we doing? Like, again, you can like Miss Melanie Martinez music. You can even like her herself if you really want to. But if you can't point out the stuff that could definitely and obviously be genuinely criticized, you're dick sucking. You're actually swallowing meat. And obviously, that girly pop, Miss Melanie Martinez, does not have meat. So I'm not gonna lie, yo, you're sliding too much on the jalooper right now. It's bad works. Like come on, like, yo, the glazing is getting to a whole different tier.
Cancel culture, oh, it's so stupid. We need to get rid of it. I stand with you. Also, can you please next time have your friend watch it separately so I can get double the views?
Yo, so true though. Like, yo, tell them to watch it on multiple devices: the TV, the computer, and the phone.
Please, I would appreciate that. All that for 10 cents. Ooh, if only you.
Again, like I said, she's making way more than this shit. Just looking at the views, like, I already know that.
Ew. I'm not gonna say, but it was a lot more than 10 cents.
Guarantee you it was, hon.
Give you guys a hint. It was over 2K, but I'm not gonna say.
Damn! Are you serious? Holy shit! Yo, what? Yo, too bad. See, I be trying to tell y'all, if a video, if usually like, oh shoot, didn't mean to press that. If with an average RPM around like $3 to $5, if a video get like 1 million views, then it's gonna pay probably like around between like 4 and 6K. So like, yeah, I'm pretty sure if video got like what 200,000 or something like that. Like, bro, too bad. Shisher. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. How much more is that than 10 cents? I'm gonna say a lot.
But let's just say I made more off of criticizing your queen. Well, not criticizing even, just discussing your queen in 2 videos than you'll ever make on your stupid stan account standing her. I like CocoCrazy, how dare she? Well, at least you like me, I guess. And the more I looked through these comments, the more it began to dawn on me that these were either very, very uneducated people or they were just children because
Well, you are on Twitter.
I don't think most children should be using Twitter, and I know that's hypocritical considering.
No, I agree.
I guess I'm technically not an adult.
But like, nah, there's a difference. Like, obviously, Miss Coco's crazy. She's like 16 or something like that. So obviously, she's a minor. But you're at a more of a cognitive age where you're gonna be able to like think heftier than like a jit who's like 11. Like that. When I be talking about like stupid young bulls, I'm talking about like them. Like you're probably like 12 or some shit. Like you're a stupid kid or whatever. And I obviously, when I say that, too, gotta clear for every time. You're not dumb, stupid. They're kids. They don't got responsibilities on Johns yet. They gonna grow up, learn that John. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, be adults in the future. Like, I didn't worry about that, John. But I would just recommend anyone in general. It don't matter if you popped out the jalooper yesterday or like you're like 120. I would just not go on Twitter because this shit is gonna ruin your mental.
Here's what someone wrote, and it just
undeniable.
like, can you guys please tell me what this is? It's just pure Shakespeare.
I honestly watched a big chunk of the video, and I'm really disappointed how Coco didn't even go over Timothy's allegations and included allegations that don't even see the light that much because they are clearly fake. Your proof of it being fake, where is it at? Please substantiate it. Because if you know that they're fake, share it with me. I've been saying the whole time we need more things to substantiate it. So don't know where you're getting this shit from. And now people are going to see that in what the fuck is, god damn it, and I thought I couldn't grammar for shit, and genuinely, I'm pretty sure, believe some 11-year-old on TikTok that spreads misinformation. Well, if you're talking about CocoCrazy, she's not on TikTok, she's not 11, so she's on YouTube, by the way. Spreads misinformation because her favorite YouTuber, you're talking about heads like watching her vid, okay, weird. Spreads misinformation because her favorite YouTuber included that. I feel like she could I feel like she could have mentioned that some might be fake, like you wanting to make people understand the situation better than only include every allegation you saw against Melanie and barely anything against Timothy is actually nasty. I'm not blaming Coco because I feel like she's generally a great YouTuber, but it's outlandish to do so. What is there allegations against Timothy? Like these are the questions. Like if there are, those Jones need to be litigated. But then I'm asking a question of, were those allegations against Melanie? Because again, obviously, if there are allegations with Timothy doing some John Dove, that needs to be discussed because it's bad, very clear. But we're talking about in regards to Melanie and Timothy and within their situation. So if they're not against her, then this is something that would not need to be mentioned, in at least in terms of the factor of covering Melanie Martinez. But
I honestly watched a big chunk of the video, and I'm really disappointed how Coco didn't even go over Timothy's allegations. I did go over the allegations briefly, and included allegations that don't even see light. I love this because it proves I can't win with you guys. One of you guys says I'm an awful person for apparently milking RAP serious allegations, and the other one says I didn't shed light on enough on the serious allegations. So no matter what I do, you guys are going to be mad. So I don't even know what to do with you. Anyway, let's continue. That much because they're clearly fake, and now people are going to see that and going to believe some 11-year-old on TT that spreads misinfo because of their favorite YouTuber included. I feel like she could have mentioned that some might be fake. I said that. I said their opinions. There was no misinfo because it was all opinions. All of the allegations were opinions of her doing certain things and saying certain things. They were from people that has experienced this type of stuff. So I don't know how this is like misinfo. Just because you disagree with something doesn't make it misinfo. I hate to break it to you. You against Melanie.
Same thing coming off like Hassan and his Glazers, bro. That's the same shit they got. Like, you don't disagree? Nah, that's misinformation. Nah, that's slander. And then on the same point of that, go out and slander people. Like, shit is so fucking corny.
Barely anything against Timothy is actually nasty. I'm not blaming Coco because I think she's a great YouTuber, but it's so outlandish to do that. Well, at least you think I'm a nice, great YouTuber. I guess you aren't the worst of them. You aren't the worst. I'll say that. That was kind of sweet of you to say at the end. But respectfully, I don't have to say a ton of things against Timothy because the video wasn't focusing on Timothy. I don't think the point is to go after
that was the point I was saying. Like, yo, if Timothy really like has like, I guess like superficial allegations or whatever, like, yo, that's bad. That needs to be covered within itself. But the video's not about Timothy. All the videos being made from CocoCrazy are about Melanie Martinez and the things that apply to her. The Melanie Martinez, she, unfortunately, because again, bad situation, has her own allegations in which she apparently might have. Oh, we gotta add all the different words. Oh my god, potentially. Oh, we don't get sued. No, but seriously, within this John, she has allegations that she herself potentially, I'm doing it again. She herself sexually assaulted Timothy. That has to directly do with her. Heads or not, at least CocoCrazy, she's not making a video directly on what Timothy is doing. It's about the allegations that Miss Melanie Martinez has. Just like that. Maybe Timothy did do some bad things, but that doesn't change the allegation. Someone can do exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, and if it comes out that she really did do some bad things, then that will be addressed. But yo, we're talking about Melanie right now. Terrible things, and it's still not okay to essay them. So overall, that wouldn't change anyone's perspective, whether they believe Melanie or not. Like, it doesn't change anything. Who cares what Timothy's done? We're going over the Melanie specific stuff. If Timothy did the worst thing in the world, it still doesn't justify if Melanie possibly essayed her. So that's respectfully my opinion. And the point was, I
didn't want to discuss these allegations. I wanted people to decide for themselves. So I didn't cover the RAPE allegations as much because I knew people already knew about them. So I was showing these other ones that weren't really talked about as much. That was the whole point of the video. So respectfully, I appreciate that you think I'm a great YouTuber, but that just simply isn't the correct opinion. And to the beloved Twitter user that devotes their time to harassing Timothy, it's funny that you put "leave me alone" in your bio and don't take me seriously. I think it's a pretty serious situation when you're literally harassing a possible SA victim. Just so you know, I don't care how old you are, you're a pathetic human being, an absolute scum of the earth. And I
start eating his ass up, yo. Said, fuck you, bro. You really the lowest of the low, nigga. I'ma see you at the corner earth. Oh, never, bro. Oh my gosh. But yeah, again, like, yo, if the things, if the rape allegations, with Miss Melanie Martinez against Timothy turns out to be substantiated and is true, then yeah, this person right here would be a real fucking piece of shit. I'm not gonna lie. But again, gotta be substantiated more, like we said.
Genuinely wish the worst for you. This is disgusting to harass someone off the internet, to get blocked by someone. Like, imagine if the allegations are true. Imagine if they are true. I don't care what you think, but imagine they are true. Imagine dying knowing that you literally harassed someone into blocking you that could have literally been SA'd. And I can't believe I actually said in my last 2 videos, I was actually so polite about the fandom. I was like, yeah, they're known for being toxic, but it might just be 1 or 2 rude people that cause all this damage because it only takes a few people to be toxic. Genuinely.
And even still to that, again, it's not the entire fan base. No one is saying that either. It's just a good chunk of this, and from what we're seeing, it's getting proved. It's literally every single person that enjoys like Melanie Martinez's music, like a disgusting hater or whatever, or they super toxic doing all this shit. Like, no. We can make, again, we're grown-ups, we can make that separation. But from, again, what we're seeing and, again, notions from other things, especially like how they brigaded Timothy back in the past, like, yeah, no, a good chunk of our audience is up to doing some toxic things, doing some bad jobs, and within that, that is a perfect example of something that can be critiqued about Melanie Martinez, because it's like, yo, the type of audience you cultivate, it's a representation on you. But obviously, Luddy argument. Are you what's the name, responsible for every person in the audience? No. But if it's starting to become a good amount, like how we're seeing it's starting to become a good amount, then obviously that's something that needs to be quelled and or addressed. Like, yeah.
I would say about 70% of these people, maybe it's just Twitter. I guess people on Twitter are a little extreme sometimes. Hopefully,
all the time. Every time.
Maybe it's not too late for this fandom to fix themselves. But so far, it seems like most of these people are just genuinely horrible people. Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
I said, might be the lowest of the low. But again, nah, I still don't even think it's every single person. It's just, again, a few people turn into a good chunk, and I think we need to cut it off at the good chunk before it turns into the whole audience.
My hopes can be, like, if you're a Melanie fan, please, like, convince me in the comments that you're not all like this, because seriously, why are so many of them so, like...
Nah, they're not. Like, a good amount of heads, especially, like, you know what I'm saying, in my comments were like, yeah, no, I used to listen to Melanie in the past, you know what I'm saying, I like her music, whatever, but, like, this John, like, sucks to see, like, she has all these allegations, and I'm like, yo... This is what I be talking about. We can keep it cordial and amicable. Heads are putting out their genuine criticisms, and they're not going out of their way to hate Melody, be like, yo, she's a bitch, all this shit. Now, some heads, I see some of y'all crashing. I see some of y'all crashing. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, within that, like, you know, the really, really bad stuff. 1, YouTube might snipe it if it gets too crazy. And then 2, like, yeah, nah, heads, no. You don't need to be doing that. We can share criticisms, but ain't no need to do that, John.
Evil and vile. I'm just surprised I haven't gotten any D threats yet. I'm guessing it's because the fandom is slowly dying. Like, 13K members for someone with this, like, massive viral videos, like, viral music videos and stuff. 13K members and 80K on Discord isn't, like, insane. That's, like, a YouTuber's community amount. Like, that isn't a huge community. So, that gives me a little hope. Maybe they're slowly dying and this toxicity will finally go away. Because, once again, I don't really care about expressing my actual opinion on the allegations and stuff. But just the fandom alone is enough for me to just have this strong hatred right now. Because these people just, you can't even discuss topics involving Melanie that aren't positive in an unbiased way, and they will still cry and whine about it on Twitter and make a million different posts about you. And, like, at the end of the day, is it worth it? Like, why do you guys devote your entire life to...
This is what I be asked. See, that's what I'm saying. I keep talking about this fool, and I really don't want to, because you already know another slop was dropped on the sign today, so you know where we'll be later. Tough. But yeah, I hate bringing up with this fool because I ask his glazers every time the same thing. Ooh, not even gonna crash. We've been crashing. But I don't understand. Melanie Martinez, for her Glazers, she don't know y'all. For Hassan, for his Glazers, he don't know y'all. Why are y'all like going to war in the trenches on Twitter, on Reddit, all these different spots for bulls that do not know you? You gain nothing fighting on behalf of these bulls, and especially on the factor of Hassan, where it's provable too that he's done crazy and said crazy things. It's like, yo, this is embarrassing. You want to rep this idiot? I ain't gonna lie. And then even to push it back, because it's a sidebar, pushing it back onto the girly pop Miss Melanie Martinez. Yo, I'm sorry. Yo, some of the Jones, yo, y'all riding so hard. I don't know. It's very questionable. It's very questionable, especially on the tip of character. Again, I already said, separate art from the artist. You can enjoy her music, which her music in itself with some of these lyrics, as we were checking out in the last video. Yeah, those gotta be questioned too. But even to that factor, if we're just gonna stick on it, okay, music is just music, it's art, you can enjoy that. But if you're gonna glaze her up as a person, no, you have to ask questions. I'm sorry, especially within regards to this, you know what I'm saying, whole allegation scenario, whole sexual assault, like, bro, nah, you can't just glaze her up as a person, like with her personality separating art from artists. You can't you can't acknowledge the separation, still go on to glaze her and not ask any questions and just disregard any criticisms that could be fairly put against her. That's like, at that point, you just dick sucking, like you're actually just glazing. Like no, that's just literally what glazing is. Like, you just glazing him up.
Something so dumb and pointless, like harassing Timothy and stuff. Like, I'd bet $1 million that in real life you would never be able to go up to her and say anything that you say. You would run away.
I would bet every person, like, on most people on social media, that's I guess one of the, like, the things about social media that makes it, like, I guess so powerful for people, because the power of anonymity. Like, some heads, bro, that's what I be saying, like, yo, especially about, like, slot tubers and heads that do reactions and all that. Like, yeah, we get it, talentless, yada yada. I always say all this same shit about me, talentless, low effort content or whatever, not hard, easy. That's true, and that's true. Don't get it twisted. It's very true. You know, it really be slippy. But yeah, some heads ain't not bold enough to get on cam and say how they really feel. Let's keep it a buck. Some heads, they will not get up on cam and admit none of this jazz. But since, again, like I said, within the internet and having the power of anonymity, because you could just put like a random PFP, anime PFP, whatever random John, make burner accounts and emails. Yo, you can say whatever behind that, because no one truly knows who is saying these words, who opinions these truly are. So yeah, I agree. I doubt half of these heads would say this, John, in real life.
Way and like hide in the corner, but you can hide behind your stupid Twitter account and you can say the most vile, disgusting stuff and bully her off the internet, get her to block you, and then brag about how many times she's noticed you. Like, you can do these things because you can hide behind a screen. And I know it seems hypocritical, once again, I've said this before because I'm a commentary channel, but this is next level. Harassing someone who could possibly have been SA'd. It's just, that's next level disgusting. It did surprise me the amount of people in the comments and the Twitter comments that knew who I was, and some of them even said, like, I enjoy watching her. There were a lot of those comments, and that surprised me. So maybe there is some hope. Maybe some of them still have actually watched the video and will actually think it through a little bit more and be able to actually form their own opinion other than just...
You would hope, but better yet, I'll just keep it back onto that. Let's hope most people will, but I'll tell you some we're not.
Surrounding around this cult all the time and just thinking what everyone else thinks. So hopefully a few of those people that watch me actually start changing their minds, or just not becoming what some of these people have become, vile, disgusting human beings. And I know the first 50 seconds that I release this video, one of them is going to screenshot it and they're going to put it on Twitter. So just know, you guys, not all of you are hopeless, but a few of you are literally the most vile and disgusting human beings on earth. And just please leave possible
the Glazers
victims alone. It's not that hard, I promise you. Melanie doesn't know you exist. If you died tomorrow, she wouldn't care. Hope that helped. And to some of you Twitter warriors possibly watching this,
the Twitter keyboard warriors,
please actually watch the two videos.
Ian, is that you? I'm dead, man.
Videos before judging. Like, I know none of you did, and the few of you that did don't have any brain activity. But to the few that actually do, and to that one person that commented that they actually watched it and it isn't biased, thank you, because you actually have a brain in your body. So if any of you...
Yeah, I'll be the first person to tell you, yo. I'll be always checking out Miss Coco's crazy videos, and yeah, she keeps it pretty much unbiased on literally all the videos she drops, except if some of these bulls are just straight up heinous, which... for instance, again, she had mentioned herself as the situation going on with Brooke Monk. Well, the person that Brooke Monk was in a beef with, because let's keep it a buck here, Brooke Monk got too much motion. She wasn't giving her no attention. Natalie Reynolds, yeah, I feel like anyone with 2 brain cells immediately will form an opinion on her. She's an annoying bitch. Do not say those words. You know, like I said earlier in this vid, some people are the exceptions. Shout out all the lover babes. Do not say that to them. But yeah, no, she is very easily to form an opinion on. So you know what I'm saying? Those are heads like where, yeah, CocoCrazy, she'll have an opinion on them. But yeah, most of the heads, especially when it comes to allegations that she's covering, no, she keeps it peas. She keeps it peas, unbiased, getting the info out, let heads formulate the opinion, which I feel and enjoy. Some heads hate that some creators or whatever don't really share their opinions like that. But I could honestly, like, I don't have a problem with that just because, yo, some heads are just trying to get the info out, lay it out so you can form your opinion. And Trill, I'm not sure if y'all peeped, loves to yap. So, like, formulating opinion is obviously something you got to do to yap. So, love doing that as well. So, I love just consuming the info. Like, a good example of someone who does this is Connor from Internet Versus. If, you know, y'all watch some of the H3 videos, the Sun videos, you know, so I'll be watching some of his videos cover that jazz. But, like, he'll read out different tweets and different Johns off of different websites, and it's just the info, and he doesn't give his opinion. But I still enjoy those videos. Why? Because, like, it's all the info compiled, so now I can start formulating my own opinion on a situation that matters better. So, like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But put some respect on the Lover Babes and CocoCrazy. She putting out the good vids, like I said. Hun's doing our work.
You guys are actually watching this, which I doubt you will. You'll just screenshot it and then tweet about it 50 different times in your stupid dying community. I just would say politely, please watch my last 2 videos and stop standing to the endless death. Like, she can have criticism. It's not like, she's not a god. She's a human. She can be criticized. And you guys clearly don't have the attention span of a gnat. Don't get me wrong. I've gotten hate before on Twitter. Like, I'm used to it. I didn't make this video specifically because they were hating on me. I made it because it just proves that they don't care. They don't care about logic. They don't care about arguments. They don't care about...
Yeah, that's already stamped in. Because, again, like I said, I learned that off the Assanges. They're not worried about arguments. It's just like, yo, if you disagree with any of their points or any of their ideologies or just anything with them in general, or dislike, again, their favorite bull who they're glazing up and will never disagree with, then you're exiled. Or, like, there's no conversion to be had with you. If you're not gonna suck dick just like them, then you're done. Like...
evidence, all they care about is defending Melanie to the death. And even with a completely, like, neutral video that sees both sides and allows the audience...
And again, that's just for the glazers. There are heads that, again, you enjoy her art, you enjoy her music, and that's fine, at least in some regard, because like I said, some of the lyrics are crazy.
To decide, and, like, I can't control what the audience says. They made up their own conclusion and commented. They still hate on people. Like, anyone who mentions Melanie in a way they don't like. It's not just hate at this point. It's just, like, there's no soul to it anymore. It's just, like, they'll go after anyone. There's no point
doing me
to it
dirty.
anymore.
I'm not turning
I'm convinced Melanie could be accused of the worst possible thing and have clear evidence of it, and they would still blindly support her. It's like they just don't care about evidence. They don't care about anything. They don't care.
When you get to, like, this point of glazing, yeah, no, that's like nothing. Actually, that's like level 2 glazing.
Unless it's glazing Melanie, sucking up to Melanie, they'll hate on you and harass you for no reason. They have made literally 15 plus posts about me specifically, screenshotting my thing, making fun of it, calling me like a complete loser, for the sole reason that I talked about different allegations. Not because I even went against Melanie, because I talked about allegations they didn't like, and I guess I photoshopped her hair wrong. Like, it's so petty and annoying at this point. It's like, you people really aren't changing anything.
Yeah, Miss CocoCrazy's going off. She said, like, yo, y'all really not on nothing? Y'all on dick every day, I swear. Like,
I said in my video, you do realize that 99% of both my videos were discussing how toxic the fandom was, right?
Yep, which again, from her having to make this vid, again, looks pretty true.
And at the end of the day, it is Twitter, and Twitter lives up to the stereotypes. It lives up
Twitter,
to all the things people say about it are 100% true. But just at the end of the day, consider the fact that this thing has been suspended. This entire group has been suspended, which right now, believe me, as I said before in this video, is so hard to do. Only like 2 people I can think of off the top of my head have done it. It's impossible to achieve. And just, I don't even know what they did to do this, but they probably have done pretty awful stuff. Like, unimaginably.
The only person I could think of recently that was banned on Twitter because he got unbanned was Leafy. And yeah, Leafy definitely should have stayed banned.
Stuff. But, so fun little community.
Or better yet, not even like, well, considering what he came back and said. Maybe, yeah, he should have stayed banned. But I'll tell you what he got banned for, yeah, he definitely Should have been banned.
Yeah, and just this is really helping your guys' reputation, and you just proved my second video 120% right. So congratulations. So yes, guys, all those videos you see on TikTok and other platforms that say that this fandom is toxic or was toxic are true. Like, they may be a dying fandom, they may be decreasing in numbers, and who knows, if Melanie releases another album, they may grow again. I don't really know or care, but they are incredibly toxic, easily one of the most toxic communities of all time. I'm just glad they're not bigger, to be honest. 13K, they have a huge influence for having 13K members on Twitter. Just imagine if they had 100,000. Like, this would be so much worse. But luckily, they seem to be shrinking, and that's a good thing, because, man, what an awful community. You are Melanie.
Said, it ain't looking too hot for him, but, like, yeah, again, if Miss Melanie isn't going about, like, her way to, like, try to quell her community, at least quell the people that are out here doing some of this stuff, harassing people, doing all this, then, like, it's probably for the best that it's starting to bleed. The bleed's really setting in. Lost to the equation, huh? Tough.
Fan and you don't like these type of people, you, once again, kind of going off of what I've said in past videos talking about Melanie, you can help restore this reputation by just being nice, being like, just not being an absolute jerk, and actually watching videos and accepting criticism. You can help restore the reputation. It's not doomed, I would say. And once again, it is on Twitter, and those are where the worst people are. Like, we all know the most toxic people hang out on Twitter. So maybe other fandoms, it's less bad. Not other fandoms, other apps, it's less bad. I don't know for sure. TikTok, it's still pretty bad. They make hate edits out of people all the time that criticize Melanie. Oh, in a few minutes, I'll probably be in one. Who knows? I'll probably find myself...
like, literally fresh open TikTok. Man, this I can't even do the job. This YouTuber CocoCrazy talking so crazy about our queen. I'd be like, yep, time to close out of this app. Like,
on one pretty soon. I don't really care though, but who knows? But you can help restore the reputation. Maybe it's not doomed. So just remember, be super polite. If you're a huge diehard fan of Melanie, just the number one way you can help her and her reputation is just being polite. I just will never understand caring this much about someone who doesn't know you exist. It just makes zero sense to me. Like, why do these people act like they're, like, having a relationship with her? They're besties with her. She's their brother. Like, she's their...
It's playing into parasociality. That's why I keep telling especially y'all, I'm like, bro, I'm not playing into it. Just shout out the audience. Love the audience. As always, baby. But, like, yo, once you try to, like, get into this parasociality, or once you end up, like, being big enough to where, yo, more heads are broadly, like, seeing you, and there's, like, that factor, or it increases the chance of someone becoming this parasocial. Yeah, I just don't know, man. But in terms of, like, just, like, an audience in itself, like, yeah, some heads just get way too parasocial. They get too trapped into this, boy. I ain't gonna lie. So now they really ready to be in the trenches, as you can see here. Truly can't grab him for none.
Their sister. It's like, she doesn't know you guys exist, so why are you so obsessed with her and can't take 1 ounce of criticism? Like, I love how they always will comment things like, haters are more obsessed than Melanie. No one is more obsessed than you guys. No one. There's no one that's more obsessed with Melanie than Melanie's most toxic part of her fandom. You guys are the most obsessed people with her of all time, and you will literally die to defend her. And I just don't understand why. Why send death threats to people? Why...
Shoot, I'd be asking the same question. Shoot. But, you know, some people find death threats humorous. But, yeah, which is obviously dumb, stupid. Ian, you're a moron. But, yeah, I don't know why heads will go out of their way to do this, John, especially on a factor, like, again, if you disagree with someone or their takes and all that, John, yo, this is what the comment section is for. Like, you can leave comments and all that type of jazz, but you don't need to go out of your way to your hate. Like, yo, again, you're showing all this hate on the factor, or better yet, on the... wait. Truly can't finish this thought. What's the word? Oh, on the terminology. Yeah, heads are coming in, like, to CocoCrazy, John, saying all this crazy stuff, or going in on CocoCrazy on Twitter on the back of, like, Melanie Martinez when she don't even know you. Again, like CocoCrazy was saying, like, you're fighting for someone who doesn't even know that they're being fought for on your behalf. On their behalf. Can't even talk. It's, like, dumb. It just...
constantly harass people on Twitter for even talking about allegations. I just don't understand.
You gotta be kidding me.
Why can't you guys...
Of course. Every time. Yo, it would just be right after I finish my thought, too, but are we editing that out? Hell nah. Hell nah. Nah, y'all should already know. Come on, man. Slippy! Lovely.
Let's just be decent and take criticism. It's not that hard. Let's end the video with a banger. This is fake news going to be 11 years old and no one who is a real fan will stand anymore. I hope Melanie sues and gets a lot of money from this. I don't know if you have like half a brain or if you have less than that, but if you'd watch 2 seconds of the video, you'd see that I was simply talking about opinions expressed against Melanie and opinions expressed for her, about her prices, about how she portrays children, all that stuff. You can't sue for something.
Yeah, this Etsy John. Yeah, this shit was very fucking off.
Like that is simply an opinion. Like, there's literally no way she could win a lawsuit against me. It just shows these people don't do if you'd watched the video, you wouldn't have commented this, or maybe you would have. Maybe you're just that.
Nah, Head still would have commented this, John, either way, because again, like I said, no matter how much information you get them, if they're this far into glazing, nothing you show them is gonna change their mind.
Unintelligent. Just, I don't know if there's hope for some people in life. Like, this literally has made me question humanity. Like, really? Are you this?
I'm like, Miss CocoCrazy, you've been making videos for a while I ain't gonna lie, and you're just now seeing this? I'm like, brother, I've been past it, bro. Like, humanity been questioned at this point, bro. I'm not even questioning it for real, because at this point, I just expect heads to do crazy stuff, to do dumb stuff. Like, I mean, being a sluptuber, drama creator, we cover the T's. Yeah, we're covering a lot of people doing controversial acts at the very least, like every day. So yeah, I just expect the worst.
You know what? I'm done. I can't do this anymore. So yeah, the lesson is Twitter is a cesspool of losers, and there's no point in even being on there, especially certain communities. Everything I said in the last video about there being hope, I don't know if there is anymore. So yeah, this is the video, and
at least not in some of these fools.
Concludes to all those stupid Melanie stands that are waiting desperately to click on.
Stop glazing. Stand
on this video and then tweet about it. Go outside, touch some grass, and please.
Nah, I do not partake in the touching of grass. Me personally, a basement enjoyer. Oh, lovely.
Please get a job. Like, you're too old for this. Whatever age you are, probably, I'm guessing 16, probably around the same age I am, I'm guessing. Please just get a job. Like, no one even knows who you are. You're a random Twitter account with 15 followers that Melanie will never know of your existence. You serve no purpose on Twitter. Just please get a life.
Stamped. You already know, though. Shout out to Love It Babes. Miss CocoCrazy. We got Melanie Martinez fans are really mad at me, and it seems like they very much are. They want to apparently report and try to get Miss CocoCrazy banned, which is crazy work we got going on here. But if you want to watch the original video, shoulda love, down in the description, first link. And like I said, the love needs to be shared because she's cooking on the videos. Miss CocoCrazy, she's putting out the good vids, we know. But yeah, I already know. We're at the end. Final opinions and conjecture. Miss Melanie Martinez. It's time to get the fan base in check, hun. It's time to get them in check because, yes, very much as we could see, even just, you know what I'm saying, YouTubers making videos and where like they're criticizing her, like her fan base is going out of their way so heftily to like say, oh, this different John, like, bro, again, like we said, with all the many controversies and I guess you could say allegations that Melanie Martinez has, like, you just don't want to add up and keep having things that could mess up the PR because obviously, especially being an artist like how she is, if you're known for having a toxic fan base and all that, it doesn't really look too good and doesn't look well at all. Like I say, pretty terrible actually for the optics. So yeah, hun, I would solve this as soon as possible and definitely start debunking the sexual assault allegations. I'd probably work on that too, I ain't gonna lie, because that's real bad. Anyway though, you already know what it is. Like I say all the time, shout out, shoulda love with Miss CocoCrazy once more, and I'll be catching y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.